Trondheim, jeg og Trondheim.
Har du sett Ekeberg? Det er veldig mange som kommer, eller noen som har vært og besøkt noen andre. Så har de bare stått der. Så er det fantastisk å kjenne inn i. Men det er liksom målsoner.
Ja, klart.
Så får man jo en person til Ekeberg som kanskje der kommer de til å bli sånn, nei, sånn.
Men flyktning kan ikke gå i bakken og
nei, da blir det bra. Jeg får følge med og se hva du kan det.
Noen! It's okay.
I don't know, it was like...
Skal bare sjekke.
Semi-finals of the day. It's two big teams in Norwegian Ultimate facing each other here.
And we are all excited about the output of the game. Okay. First point for Ekeberg.
First point for Ekeberg, getting the lead after a hard-fought first point.
It was a well-fought point because they already played 2 minutes for this point, so it was a quite tough one. What do you think?
Absolutely, it's not common for points to last longer than the minute. So 2.5 minutes is a really long point, definitely.
But it also has to be said, and sometimes it can also happen that the point lasts 5 minutes if there's a lot of turnovers, of course.
That usually also happens, you know, later in the game when both teams are getting tired, getting exhausted. But these two teams are both very very experienced. They know what they're doing, know how to conserve their energy. So it'll be interesting to see if we get any exhaustive mistakes at the end. That's TFK with a turnover now.
Yes, nice try, nice throw from Ivan in the end zone. Ole Musan. Finding the long throw to Svein, and wow.
2-0 to Ekeberg.
Really
Good start for the Oslo team.
Veldig bra, Ole. Veldig bra, Svein også. And you see, like, Ekeberg is really happy. They really train a lot to win the tournaments. They've
been working for a long time, working really hard to get that, to get the win today. They're off to a great start.
Mm-hmm. Last week in Bergen, Ekeberg was against TFK in the finals and lost by 1 or 2 points. I can't remember.
It's always a close match between
very
teams.
Mm.
Yes. It was Ekeberg's captain Magnus Grøtterud with the pull going out of the back of the end zone. That means Ingar Ballo can now take it to the brick mark.
Yeah, it's always
gives him an advantage.
Usually it's always nice to just throw inside the end zone, but not above right-handed.
That's the goal of the pull. As you can see, TFK threading the disc nicely now. Trying to keep possession.
Nice saving of the... It was already stall count of 7.
Ekeberg is doing a good work on defense here.
It seems like they play man defense so far, right?
Yes.
Because usually Ekeberg also plays a really well zone, but I think against TFK this...
there we go, TFK's first point.
TFK probably would handle the zone, because they're really strong in throwing against zones, as I experienced.
Yeah, I was hoping Ekeberg would put up a zone against TFK, because I'm really interested in seeing how that would work out. Mm-hmm. We'll see what they do on tactical changes during the match. Mm-hmm. That was, by the way, TFK's number 7, Max Winkelmann, with the score.
Genau, und the disc hit the roof. So then they can take the disc to where the disc hit the roof.
Yes.
Nice catch from Alex Rifford.
That's Mia on the floor out there. No foul call though. Just keep playing. This is almost an exact copy of the last point.
Okay, pick off.
With a good defense from TFK and a good patient offense from Ekeberg.
And what happened now was a pick, so somebody couldn't follow his opponent in defense, so then he can call a pick, because like if somebody runs into the running way of the defender,
yes,
then he can call a pick.
That's a very nice breakthrough from Ekeberg's Magnus Grøtterud.
Very nice.
Mia.
Ida. Very nice cut.
Ida. So Ekeberg is off to a good start with a 3-1 lead over Trondheim.
On the line we now have Heine, Sitara, Bort, Sandra and Alex. On Ekeberg's side
And on TFK we have
Inga Ballo and Magne.
Lars Jakob, Ivan,
and Marit.
correct. Oh, there we see what TFK is usually known for, those long throws across the field into the end zone. And they've had, I think that's the second or third turnover they've had on those throws today. Those are rare mistakes for Trondheim to do.
It usually works well for them to throw these overheads.
Absolutely. Ekeberg is back in position, making a good job of keeping that position. Good patient offense, safe throws.
Now it's a hammer, nice.
That's a very good upline cut to Sitara there from Heine. And Ekeberg just keeps getting those points.
Yeah, so they have a really good flow today, it seems like.
Absolutely. Let's see if they can keep this intensity up through the game. It's still over 20 minutes left.
So far it looks quite well for Ekeberg, but it's, yeah. Let's see.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
They're not holding back on anything today, which is really nice to see.
Now it's 10:20 in the morning, and I think usually the games in the morning, I think it's so much about also who's awake and who's not.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Especially after playing 5 games last day.
People are already feeling it in their bodies from yesterday, and that is a score. That was Trondheim Steinar to Eivind.
Really nice breakthrough.
And Ivan Carlsen of Trondheim, now with the disc, who scored the last point, he has the worst disc flipping statistic in Norwegian Ultimate. It means in the beginning of every game you flip the disc to decide who starts in offense and defense. Ivan has one of the worst statistics on those. He's lost way more than many others. And maybe that has gone. Maybe that is something that has gone to their heads now, that they keep losing those disc flips.
How can you actually affect to win those disc flips?
It's difficult, but there is a tactic to it. That was, by the way, Ivan, as mentioned, with the good defense. Trondheim has now opportunity to take back a point, and oh, it's a very close.
Very close point, not point.
It's a very unlucky lucky catch in the end zone there. And Ekeberg is back with the disc.
Ekeberg, they want to win. They don't give this chance away of a turnover.
I think both teams are going to fight every point with all they have. There's going to be no holding back on anything. Oh, that's an unlucky turnover again from Ekeberg. We're starting to see some mistakes from both teams now.
The intention increases and people get more stressed, maybe.
Absolutely. It's a good catch from Ingar Ballo. And there is the TFK way of doing things.
From Ivan to Marit.
It's a very good throw from Ivan Carlsen of TFK.
And very nice catch from Marit.
That was Marit Fausganger Pedersen with the catch. She's always up for a challenge, Marit. She usually goes for covering taller guys. on practice and even in games, and I think that gives her a nice advantage in tournament games, because mismatches is then not such a big of a problem.
It's actually good when you can cover any opponent in the other team, actually. Like,
absolutely.
and you're more flexible in what you do actually on the field. And
that is a rare catching mistake from Nageru and Ekeberg. He's not happy with that. And it's Trondheim back with the disc.
Now Ballo. Going to Lars Jakob. And then
over to Max. And we have, it's a little bit too high for Max. It's a good look. Just wanted to get that disc a little bit closer to the ground. Ekeberg back to the disc, and Heine now back to captain Magnus Grøtterud.
He's looking for cuts.
And we have a long throw
nice.
into Heine in the end zone. Good point for it from Ekeberg. The score is now 5-3 to Ekeberg. They've managed to maintain that lead they had, the early lead they got. And it's now halfway through the match. It's only 15 minutes left. Now it's all about just riding that wave all the way to the 30-minute mark.
And keep the patience also. Like, I think the most important for the teams is also to keep it up. It can happen that some teams are in the lead and then say sometimes a little bit too fast in their throwing decisions.
Exactly. It's common to see players getting stressed out, also when they then get exhausted. Trondheim with the disc now. Ingar Ballo on the sideline. It's a good breakthrough to Steinar. Back to Ingard. It's a good patience from TFK now. It's only safe throws.
Nice play.
Very nice, almost a kind of a give and go from Steinar and Ingar. Although the give and go was over the whole field. You see here, Steinar has a very nice cut into the end zone. And Ingar, as always, very accurate, quick throws. Nothing stopping that.
It's a tight and very exciting game.
Absolutely.
And even so Ekeberg is in the lead, TFK can come up really fast also to be in the lead. So
Ultimate is a sport of comebacks.
Exactly.
That is a good pull from Trondheim now, but it's just outside the line. That means Ole Musan from Ekeberg can take it to the brick mark to get a small advantage. Ekeberg's infamous side stack works out. It's a very nice, very quick point. 6-4 to Ekeberg now. And for those of you just tuning in, we are now watching the semi-finals of the Battle for Oak Hill, the last leg of the Norwegian series. We are seeing Ekeberg face off against Trondheim. The winner of this match goes straight to the finals. TFK working up the field now. So very nice tap in from Ingar to make sure it stays in bound. And a good little push pass to Magnum. That's Magne Brekke-Rabben with the catch.
Now it's 5-6. Still Ekeberg in the lead.
Still Ekeberg in the lead, but the lead is now down to only 1 point. They had a nice 3-point lead in the beginning, leading 4-1. And now Trondheim has gained 2 points back. It's a very exciting game.
So Ekeberg needs a break, a point in a certain time. So breakpoint means that they are on the defense and they get the defense and then scored.
Exactly. Breakpoints are very valuable in Ultimate. That's a nice break throw from Ole Mosan to Magnus Grøtterud. Back to Sandra. Magnus again, a nice break throw to Ole.
Nice break pass.
Eivind Karlsen of Trondheim giving everything on the defense there, but just could not reach it. You can see the good spirit of Ekeberg as well. The whole team is really, it's a really good bunch of friends. Always keeping their spirits up, and they are known to win the infamous Spirit Prize in most of the tournaments they're attending. And Sitara with the pull for Ekeberg. A little bit too long. Trondheim takes it to the brick mark.
Wow.
That is a really nice quick point for Trondheim.
This was also a very, very interesting point all along the line.
Exactly. When you first get that one break throw, it's really difficult to defend for the rest of your team because everyone is then on the wrong side of their defenders. So if you manage to get those cuts going, it's really difficult to defend. It's a good job from Magne Rabben as well to just toe that in, making sure he stays inbound. Interesting kind of pull from Ingar Ballo there. Ekeberg with the disc. Some nice give and goes on the sideline here. It's Magnus with the scoober to Heine. Good catch. Alex with the disc. Travel calls. In Ultimate, you need to keep one foot always on the ground. If you
pivot.
The pivot foot. If you move this pivot foot, it is a so-called travel. The disc goes back, and you have to try again. Nice cut from Heine there. And Ekeberg maintains their 2-goal lead.
Both teams didn't make any mistakes in their offenses in the last point, so they just played through there, and it's usually also in good teams, like they usually don't make mistakes, and then the tiny mistakes that sometimes happen that are the ones that decide the game actually.
Yes, absolutely.
Really nice job, Ekeberg. Really nice job also TFK.
Trondheim now with the disc. It's Eivind Karlsen trying to find his options. Long throw goes, not in. Max Winkelmann though. On the right spot at the right time.
Again, a really fast point from TFK.
Another quick point. Max Winkelmann is Trondheim's German exchange student. He's normally playing with the ultimate team Rotor, presumably in Germany. He's also the head of the German Ultimate Rules Committee, so he should know all about Ultimate Frisbee rules. We expect no wrong calls from him today.
But maybe there's small differences between the Norwegian and the German rules.
Yes, both are based off the World Flying Disc Federation's rules for Ultimate Frisbee. But there are small differences from country to country. It's another pick call. Retracted pick call. Players are allowed to retract their calls when, especially if the call did not actually affect the play.
And this is always solved by the players themselves. Ultimate Frisbee has no
referees.
No referees.
It's bad communication between Ekeberg players there, resulting in a critical turnover. Trondheim now has the chance to... Oh, nice. That's in good Trondheim fashion.
Really
Long
nice
throws all around, all over the field, and a good catch in the end zone there.
From Ingar Ballo to Steinar.
That's Steinar Gunnarsson.
So, but this is also a reason why one shouldn't make a mistake against TFK, because they always know how to do a good counter-attack.
Yes, they are not letting you getting away with the mistakes you make.
Exactly.
And we're back on 8-8 with only 4.5 minutes left on the clock. It's Ingar Ballo with the pull, which is all too high. Ekeberg's Heine will take that to the break mark. It's a good cut from Sitara. Looking upfield for the next option. And another great defense from Eivind Karlsen, and Trondheim has the chance to go into the lead for the first time in the game. Choosing the safe option. And another high safe throw to Ingar Ballo from Eivind Karlsen.
Those throws are also so difficult to defend.
They go over your head, literally. Yes. 9-8 to Trondheim. 3.5 minutes left. This might just slip away from Ekeberg now. It might be that little exhaustion we talked about earlier today.
Might be, yeah.
Playing half-hour games indoors in Ultimate is really exhausting. It's you can feel it in your body after, especially if you're playing really hard, tight matches as this one is. There will be mistakes.
This is actually something I noticed about Trondheim. They usually don't start to make mistakes.
Long
they just
throw.
keep their flow constantly through the whole game. At least it was what I experienced.
They're a really experienced, really safe team. That was Magnus Grøtterud with a long throw. It's a good throw to Heine in the end zone, but he was pressured by Trondheim and just couldn't reach for it. Trondheim out there. You can see how Ekeberg works now in defense, doing all they can to get that disc back.
Now you really see the Ekeberg wants to get the defense to stay. Put a lot of pressure on TFK.
And another super high Typical Ingar Ballo throw. Super sharp knife. Almost impossible to defend. That's Lars Jakob Furunes with the catch, as so many times before. Lars Jakob is known as the Pink Panther on the Trondheim team. Now with the disc ready to do the pull.
Do you know what it means, the Pink Panther, in this sense?
I do not want to know, I think.
We could ask. No.
We'll ask him after the game, I think. Yeah, definitely. It's a good pull from Lars Jakob on Trondheim. And Ekeberg now really needs this point to still stay in the game. And that is an early mistake. Now it's all about hard defense. It's good patience from Trondheim now. They do not want to make a mistake. It's only safe throws. Ekeberg doing a good job defending this so far. It's a critical. And it's once again Lars Jakob Furunes with the catch. And Trondheim has gone from 8-6 to 8-11.
So they made 5 points actually in a row now.
This shows just how dangerous it is to do mistakes against Trondheim. They will not let you get away with it. Time now being up. I think the teams will play the last point, but it will not matter. Since Trondheim now leads with 3 points, the best Ekeberg can do is go up by 1 to 11-9. That means TFK then has won by 2 points, and the game is over. Nice give and go from Heine and Magnus there, and Uller with a nice catch in the end zone. It's a quick point, but unfortunately a little bit too late. That is definitely a disappointment for Ekeberg, coming into this game with a 3-point lead, losing by 2. That's it for the first semi-finals. Trondheim is in the final. Ekeberg goes to the bronze finals. It will be interesting to see who they will face there.
So they can face Pancake or Bærum Frisbee Club.
Yes.
So it depends on who won the other match in the semi-finals.
I believe that game is being shown on this stream right after a few minutes break.
Nice. And that's the nice thing also, just one comment about Ultimate Frisbee. Even though it was an intense game, the people clap their hands afterwards and they make the spirit circle, and it's always about also being friends also with the other team.
Absolutely. Even though you face off in a semi-final, a really close, tight semi-final, in the end you're all just a bunch of friends playing the same sport. And that's really good to see.
And I think all teams here in Norway, they do it really well. Just having this nice spirit.
I agree. It's really nice to see.
Okay.
All right, that's it for us. That's Oliver Paps and Henrik Bjørnli signing off. Enjoy the next one. it's computer.